Hello, beautiful, amazing, fantastic world, and you, wonderful, unique, sublime individual. Today, I would like to speak about we human beings are eons years old, and death is not a cutoff from that eon, these eons. You see, when you truly realize and take in reincarnation and karma as a living force, a living thing, where you live by it and not just say you believe in it, you truly grab a hold of what is more than only your life here alone. You awaken and unfold your disposition and conduct from past lives, and you also prepare for future lives. We will have many in the future too. By becoming serious about this, of karma, reincarnation, we also conduct ourselves differently, behave differently, because we feel the responsibility of karma. Everything we do, say, and feel is affecting the world around us, sending it out to the cosmos that will be results later. So the more we are frivolous or mischievous or a scoundrel, the more that will affect our conduct and behavior in the next life. So if you grab a hold of your soul and spirit forces, your thinking, feeling and willing, your ego, your desires and longings, and your life force, your physical body, in the name of the Christ, you will take to the spiritual world. Everything that is only focused here in the physical alone, that doesn't have anything to do with understanding of the universe, of reality around us, will not be taken with us after death. That means abstract thinking, mathematics, anything that is cold, detached types of thinking. Anything that doesn't include yourself in the reality of being. We are meant to not disdain this earth. We are meant to work within this earth sphere with the intelligence of the Son and the Christ. But we are not meant to be entangled and obsessed with this material world either. It is a balance in the middle. So by having love, reverence for this world, and at the same time a certain seriousness and feeling of responsibility, you will unfold your potential as a spiritual human. From spirituality, the Devakan, the moral world, but also cosmic intelligence, is bestowed upon us through fighting for it, striving for it, longing for it, begging for it. It truly is about a certain receptivity, but also asking questions at the same time. It is important to truly be sincere, honest. Once you can do that, once you truly can, you truly long, you wish for it. The more you are growing into becoming what you are meant to become in this lifetime, what you are meant to unfold in this lifetime. Because you are given many hints, many small enigmas in your life to solve, so that you can get to understand yourself and your space, your role in this lifetime. We all have our role to play, all have our space to fill, all have our personality to unfold and our understanding to develop. By you choosing it with your own curiosity and wonder and freedom, it has to be in freedom. We don't force anything, but we do point out certain flaws we might have and certain things we can do better by introducing new impulses so that we can bring an impact and inspiration to those that truly are ready for it. You see, most human beings fight things that are new. It has happened every time. Every single great personality that is known today was fought against at the start. That is just how it is. And that is because the backwards Luciferic spirits wish to have the status quo. They wish to stay still, stay static in this, what we have right now. The Christ impulse wish us to unfold our potential and our being of growth in general. That is the difference. And love to unfold your love, true platonic and true divine love for everything. That is also a freedom and choice. If you let yourself be dragged by hatred and disdain, and you are being a slave to it, you see. You are boxed in a certain feeling of, right? And that is you will never get anywhere by doing so unless you have found something morally and ethically, lovingly uplifting. Something that can help everyone. Then you are free to protect it, obviously. Because we wish to have that standard standing strong as a inspirational monument, so that when we pass and come back to this reality again, we can find our work again and keep working. And that is what we mean by taking in karma and reincarnation. The flaws we have today is because we have had many lives and we have done ills towards others, and hence we are having ills upon us at the same time. We need to take responsibility for ourselves and not blame everyone else. By doing so, you take the world karma upon your shoulders. When you take the world karma upon your shoulders, well, we wish for the whole world to experience, explore, and unfold their potential in their own individual freedom and personality. They have certain areas they focus on, and nothing is wrong as long as you take up the Christ and the spiritual. By taking up the spiritual, you no longer are a separate finger rotting away from the cosmic hand. You are a finger part of everything. By being connected again in individuality and in choice towards the whole, without losing yourself in the whole, without separating yourself away from the whole, you truly are in the middle balance of everything. By being in the middle balance of everything, well, one of the signs of that is you will have both sides of the middle dislike you, but you will also have the forward spirits on both sides that will love you. There will be both sides that both hate and disdain and love you. That's how it works, because you are in the middle. People think that you can't make up your mind, but the thing is, the middle is making up your mind, holding in conscious stability. We are a scale. That's the reflection of our threefold nature. We are the scale fulcrum. And these two sides is if we either go in one direction or the other direction, but we are meant to hold this scale steady in love and understanding. So taking this seriously, you do not become a party pooper or a stick in the mud, and you become cold and hard and only disciplined in law. You truly infuse this law with God's love, with the love of Christ. By doing so, you will have kind of an outer, of a semi-hard shell on the outside, but you will be completely mushy on the inside, which is, well, like a clam, more or less. And the clam only opens itself up when it feels safe, obviously. And it is truly about observing and see where people are coming from. There are many people that automatically actually fight against you. So it is important to be aware and see what kind of soul impulses is unfolding itself in the moment between the two of you, between the two of us, and so on. It is truly about being aware and observe. And by observing and absorbing and being present in every memory and events you're making, it is easier to reflect upon them later. And of course, the more intense the situation you experience, the more you're in that experience, and you will either try to shove that away and distract yourself with everything else, but it will seriously just be put as a layer in your subconscious. No, instead, when you experience something intense, something that might be uncomfortable, you sit within it. You sit with it with grace and try to, yeah, this is me, this is intense stuff, but I can handle it. There is nothing they give me I cannot handle. They don't overwhelm me as long as sincere work is done in good grace, in good faith. It truly is about having faith for mankind, the individual, and the age of love we have today. So you unfold your potential. You find out in curiosity. You research. You assimilate and absorb and immerse yourself in spirituality. I promise you it is never in vain. You will see the difference after you've done it for a certain period of time in faith. Of course, you will not see result immediately, and sometimes you will see tiny bit, so small of a result that is barely noticeable, but they are there. Because when you have immersed yourself in, let's say, this is an example, I'm going to use a concrete example. If you sit for 5 hours consciously like this with an audiobook and sit and follow along on the audiobook, visualizing while you are following along, you are letting yourself be affected in the soul and spirit, letting it grow. After 5 hours, you are more than what you was for 5 hours ago because you have immersed yourself in 5 hours of study. Have you any idea consciously how much that affect you, change you, make you something more than you were? Because you have deepened, enriched your soul and ego. That alone obviously is a sign that we are able to change and deepen, expand, grow. We are not static beings that stop at a certain point and that's what we are, and we excuse our behaviors because of this and that. Of course, we do have traumas and flaws that can come out and lash out, but by being aware of it and, well, making amends for when that happens, forgiveness and feeling a little shame and overcoming that thereafter by promising to do better, by truly wishing to, well, strengthen that area, for example. That is an example of unfolding and healing. Healing requires knowing where and what to heal. And that is why it is required to know who we are. Know thyself. And I will leave you with that. May God, Holy Spirit, Christ, the hierarchy, Michael, or Raphael, all protect you, guide you, bless you, and love you. And may you find your individual journey to the Christ and to love and to what is meant to be unfolded from you as an individual. Love you all. Thank you. Goodbye.